There have been plenty of match-fixing scandals in history. The White Sox throwing the World Series, the Calciopoli, which saw Juventus relegated to Serie B, Robert Hoyer fixing Bundesliga matches for years. Most of these resulted in bans for players, or their clubs, or jail time for referees. For the rest of the league, life went on as usual. But what happens when an entire league is fixed? When every team is involved? How can life ever continue as if nothing ever happened? This is the story of the Vietnamese Championship Series, a minor region in competitive League of Legends that saw one of the most rampant match-fixing scandals in esports history. But first, I'm going to tell you the most rampant scandal in Akshon esports history. You are not subscribed. If you are, this doesn't apply to you. So press that button and ring the bell. This story begins in August 2023, when a match between SBTC and Cerberus Esports was delayed for undisclosed reasons. SBTC was a top team in the VCS. They placed second in the 2023 spring split and nearly made it to MSI. However, there had been rumors swirling about SBTC's involvement in some shady practices. Players betting on their own games, selling and fixing matches, stuff like that. It didn't help their reputation that the team's owner was suspected of match fixing when he was a part of the Dota 2 professional org, Team 496 Gaming. However, the reason for this specific match delay was never officially stated by Riot, though they didn't need to say anything. It didn't take long for these text messages to leak out. They relate to a 2021 match between Team Secret and OPG, and dictate who was meant to win each game and which player would earn first blood. People quickly connected the dots when the ruling came out a few days later that SBTC was banned from any and all future involvement in the VCS. In addition, the players on the team were banned from competing for 36 months, and the team's owner was permanently banned from all Riot tournaments. Most figured that it was related to match fixing. So why do it in the first place?
Why?
If these players are being paid to compete, what is the point of risking your career for a win or a loss? Well, let me tell you. League of Legends betting is a very lucrative business. DraftKings, Bovada, BetUS, Bet365, Stake, BC Game, the list of websites that let you put up money on games is inexhaustible. In 2024, esports betting worldwide is projected to reach a revenue of around $2.5 billion. And that's just including the legal websites. There are thousands of shady backpage sites that will gladly take your money and not tell a soul.
Oh no!
But it's not just about winning and losing. To make games more interesting, most sites also include prop bets. This includes things like number of dragons killed during the game, total number of turrets destroyed, who gets first blood, etc. So, it should come as no surprise why the text we showed earlier included not only the eventual winners of each match, but also who is meant to die first. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which side you're on, these prop bets are one of the reasons the scandal got out in the first place. Throughout the 2023 season and into 2024, there were some matches played that were, well, weird. Weird team fights, weird deaths, weird decisions to go after bot tower and dragon instead of simply ending the game. While this specific game was deleted from Riot's official VODs, the internet is forever. Pretty quickly, the sky started falling on the VCS. Reddit was quick to determine why this sequence, that frankly shocked the commentators, played out the way it did.
Could have ended mid right now, right? But Volibear goes to blue. Why are they stalling till 30 minutes?
The decision to back off and take Dragon only had one good explanation. It got the game over the 30 minutes and 30 seconds over-under, the 4.5 dragons killed over-under, and the 11.5 towers destroyed over-under. It was a big payday for whoever took those bets, including anyone in the game who might have bet on themselves or the other team. And this was just the tip of the iceberg. This pseudo throw wasn't an isolated incident, nor was this even a pattern of behavior from a few bad actors. This was a scandal that went all the way to the top. In 2024, the VCS spring split was postponed indefinitely due to an investigation of a potential breach of competitive integrity. On March 15th and 16th, Riot asked all teams in the VCS to be present at the VCS studio, where a series of interviews were to take place. Members were brought in, had their phones confiscated, were screened for any recording devices, and then individually questioned over an 8-hour period throughout the 2 days. According to one player, quote, "I feel like I'm going to jail, even though I've never been to jail before." Shortly after these interviews, on March 18th, the entire league was suspended. When the dust settled, 32 of the league's 68 players were suspended indefinitely under suspicion of complicity in the match-fixing scandal. These 32 players represented members from every one of the 8 teams in the VCS, and some orgs even had their entire rosters suspended, subs included. Some of the organizations implicated in this scandal were teams with impressive resumes. GAM Esports, previously known as Gigabyte Marines, competed at Worlds in 2019. They put out a statement doubling down on their commitment to transparency and integrity. Okay. Team Wales, who were at Worlds in 2023, had 2 players implicated in the scandal who are currently trying to clear their names. This scandal also has implications for the wider world of esports. You see, the VCS has one spot for MSI, and whoever wins the spring split would have earned that spot. But how do you keep playing when the league and half its players are suspended? Well, 2 weeks after the announcement of the bans, play resumed with 4 qualified teams, who featured very different rosters, including no-name players and players long since retired. Ultimately, GAM came out on top and earned a spot to MSI. But the future of the VCS hangs in the balance. As of June 3rd, 2024, 28 players were banned from the league, ranging from 6 to 36 months to permanent bans for life. Rainbow Warriors had their entire roster banned and the team itself permanently banned from Riot events. With such harsh rulings, it's good to see Riot cracking down in a meaningful way. While the scandal was league-wide, not every player was complicit. Veterans like Levi seem as though they were unaware of the scandal, and given how long it took to uncover, it's fair to give them the benefit of the doubt. What will happen to the VCS from here on out? Well, the goal is to resume business as usual, and hopefully the region doesn't lose their professional scene altogether. Okay, one last question. Why did these players cheat in the first place? Why would they risk their entire career just to hit on a couple of bets? Well, VCS players earn, on average, around $750 USD a month. This is solidly middle income, like working an office job or like bartending or something. It's enough to live comfortably, but it's not life-changing. The potential money that could be made from betting? Astronomical. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars a month, and maybe even more. Esports athletes have notoriously short careers. Many burn out or simply fall behind within 4 years to be replaced by the next generation of Zoomers. In the VCS, you might only have 2 to 3 good years to compete, so it's unsurprising that players jumped at the opportunity to make significantly more money in the short term, especially when the only punishment is getting banned. Illegal? Yes, but it's unlikely that any of these players will face jail time. If the monkey's paw said that you'd make $100,000, but you'd never be allowed to play League of Legends professionally again, would you do it? Hopefully the VCS can recover from all this. They have a diehard fan base and have produced some memorable runs over the years. This incident will go down as one of the most widespread match-fixing scandals in League of Legends history. Thanks for watching. Curious about other esports cheating scandals? Check out this video we made about CSGO in India and how one player cheating shut down an entire country's esports scene. Shouts out to Cloud, Steph, B, Pass, Shampoo, and Yashichi for being patrons of the channel. If you enjoyed this video, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is much appreciated. My name is Jonah. Thanks for watching.